Sometimes you encounter a game that is so bad that you just want to tear it apart with your own hands and kill it, kill it, kill it, kill everybody with a gun in your hand and mighty power. Ah! I'm just kidding around. It's not that bad, really. It's a decent game. Silent Hill Downpour has tried to reawaken the Silent Hill game experience. The 3 first games are amazing, and Downpour wanted to do something new because, let's face it, the newer games are pretty bad. So instead they wanted to do something that is a little bit new and original and capture the essence of Silent Hill in a good, new way. And the concept is actually pretty good, but it doesn't really work out. The idea was that Silent Hill was supposed to be an open world experience, and you can walk around the streets and most likely enter the most buildings for the entire game. However, it's not really working out, to be honest. The most of the buildings look exactly the same, and it doesn't really offer you very much. It gives you some side missions and side quests and stuff, but nothing that you really feel captured about. And the monsters have such a bad design that you're never gonna face anything that actually scary. And they don't even try to make scary monsters. The monsters are human beings, possessed human beings with claws or abilities to scream, and they're just very, very annoying and not even scary in any direction. They try to toss in some fears here and there that all of a sudden a monster appears behind you, and it sort of scares you, but the design could be way better. Unfortunately, the town isn't so much of a good essence anymore. At first you actually are pretty stunned by how well done it actually looks, but then you play through it, just realize it's very, very greyish, and it's not as scary as Silent Hill 2, for example, where all the greyish feeling that it has been deserted for some few years has disappeared. In this game it feels like the entire town has been deserted for a decade. However, it does have some few good settings, for example, a library, a radio station, an orphanage, and a lot of other interesting places, but unfortunately we can't visit the old Silent Hill, you know, with the school or the hospital or anything like that. So that is a downer, a very big downer in my opinions. The guy on the cover here is the postman, and he is doubtless the best character for the game. However, I just think that he could be way more developed. He has this interesting David Lynch feeling over himself, that he's very mysterious, very calm, a pure gentleman. He would never offend anyone, but we never get to know who he really is, and that's a sad thing because he appears some few times and we truly do care about him, and he's the mystery I care about the most. The end of the game, without spoiling anything, is actually pretty bad. They could really have thought it through a lot more and make a better ending, but I feel like they just rounded it all up, you know, in one way or another. They don't have Pyramid Head, and I love that, because Pyramid Head only fits in one game, and that is Silent Hill 2. So, he has a reason to be in that game. Here, he has no reason to be in, and they removed him. And I love that. That was a very good idea. It's bold, and I love it. Instead it toss in another villain who's a big, muscular guy, very huge, with a mega huge hammer, and I never thought it was going to be very scary, but when he appears, it's actually very frightening, and it sort of reminds you of Pyramid Head sometimes. Another good thing is the otherworld transformations, or it's both good and bad. On the good side, it has some very surreal things, like you had to run through this endless staircase, having no idea what's going on, but when you turn around you realize that there's a new door you can open through, and that's the only way out, for example. So it has a lot of limbo-ish feelings, that it's never ending, you know. Also when you're chased by these giant orb thing that occasionally happens through the game, it was just pretty stupid, to be honest, and you're not scared about it. You just think it's very, very annoying that this fucking thing is chasing you all the time, and you're like, oh, come on, disappear, give me a chance to explore the place. This game tried hard, but in the end it became a sluggish way of delusionary junk. So, Downpour gets 2 out of 5 stars, not totally worthless, not as bad as Homecoming, and it does have some cool references. For example, the soundtrack to Silent Hill 1 can be heard on a jukebox. So that's my bulletin of this game, and I'll come back with more stuff. I have a lot of work to do right now, and yeah. So anyways, I try to do as much as possible on spare time, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.